seriously, what better way to spend a scorcher of a day than to sit in the cinema and watch Minions? Not only did I have to make up for yesterday's Evil Dead burn, which was an absolute pile of shite, but I needed something today, Sunday afternoon, escapism. And let's face it, the Minions, it's genius, isn't it? Whoever came up with the idea of these little weird looking, almost mushed bananas in dungarees, is, award winning, basically. It's absolutely award winning stuff. Aside from SpongeBob SquarePants, I don't think I've ever sat through a film where I can just let it completely wash over me. Minions, the story, the whole thing, it's over before you know it. I was actually quite surprised at how abrupt it ends. That actually reflects the film itself. So it starts batshit crazy action throughout. You've got characters like flying through the air, vehicles everywhere like crashing, train wrecks, cars like piling up, massive monsters. It's animated to perfection, and it's just, it all just sort of bang 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 and then done. Scene transition wise, it's spot on. Absolutely. Even though the little buggers can't really they don't speak English. Do they? Side note, are the Minions, are they Spanish or Italian or something? Because one of them is like, ¿Qué pasa? And I was like, ¿Qué pasa? I said, that's Spanish, isn't it? So, yeah, but it doesn't matter, because even though the Minions, they don't speak English, you can completely understand what they're saying, when they communicate with each other. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And I couldn't think of a better film to sit through where you can just absorb the absolute craziness of it and know exactly what's going on. So it reminded me of when I was little and I used to watch cartoons on the TV. I still remember my mum, as she walked through the lounge, she'd be like, sniggering and stuff, because she would get the sort of the more adult joke in the cartoon. Do you know what I mean? There was moments of recognition, as well as moments of sheer batshitness. Right. So you see, a lot of the reason I go to the cinema is for the audience interaction / participation, because it's wonderful, isn't it, to absorb and embrace how the people around you find the film as well. They loved it. They absolutely love it. The adults. There was a guy next to me, this daddy, who was he was laughing out loud. The kids down the front were giggling and howling with laughter. It was great. The adults and children alike will absolutely love this film. Truly. It's getting louder and louder in here. There's a lot of shite out this weekend. I think it's Moana and Minions, double M's. So yeah, it seems to be the weekend for it. But yeah, audience reaction. It's basically for children and adults. They lapped it up, as I did. Do you know what? It was good. Like I say, the weather. Now I don't want to bang on about the weather, but fuck me, it is scorching. It's absolutely scorching. Better keep it down. It is, the heat wave, seriously. Sticky bollocks weather, it's vile. So, just to sit in that dark screen just then with the ice cold aircon and just being twatted in the face by Minions. That it was brilliant. And again, it's similar to SpongeBob. You just let it wash over you, and you kind of know what's going on. You at the same time you don't care, but it's absolute animated splendor. So that's that. Do you know what I was thinking? It reminded me during the Minions and Monsters film of the kids in the audience. They were just loving it in that screen. They really were. So their parents were giggling, reveling in it with each other. There was all this giggling and laughing. It reminded me of when I first started going to the cinema. I started having these flashbacks of, I swear it was actually the very first, or one of the very first films I ever saw at the cinema, was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Was it that, or The Addams Family? We're talking right back, late 80s, sort of 89, 90, around then. And I still remember that absolute, it was just almost majestic, this massive fuck off screen in front of you, volume that was much louder than, you know, the volume on your TV in the lounge at home, and a film you could really, you know, where the comedy and the richness of the story and the clarity of the screen, the whole lot was like a tornado of absolute splendour. So I kind of, I was reminiscing as I was in Minions as well, because how the audience felt, especially the young ones, little bubbers. It took me back there when, like, how cinema wasn't just, you know, part of my shopping trip, which sadly is what I'm about to do now. I need to hit Sainsbury's to get some milk. Yeah, it was gargantuan, spectacular. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Minions and Monsters. Let me just pull back to that, obviously, because that's the whole reaction. Not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's just brilliant. The animation, the clarity, the comedy, the characters. I mean, like, just look at, as I said, you know, you can barely understand a word they're saying, but you know exactly what they're saying. How the little buggers are communicating. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant shit. Go and watch it. It's entertaining, it's funny, and it's just excellent. It's so simple. The storyline is simple. The characters are simple. There's Minions. As I said, like, whoever came up and created, like, this whole concept, they've got to be loaded by now, surely. The merch, you know, the plush toys, the sweets, the confectionery, birthday cakes on the shelves, and the cartoons, the books, the whole lot. It's just it's just a spectacular franchise, isn't it? It's brilliant. So yeah, Minions and Monsters. I almost felt like, actually, halfway through, I fancied like a bit of a bag of pick and mix or something, because even the main monster, bit of a take on the Blob, Irene it's called, because it's filled with eyeballs. It was so like jelly, it was weird. It was like juicy and bright, and it was just, I just fancied like jelly snakes and pick and mix. It was great. Bit weird how the Blob and Irene made me crave a bag of sweeties, but hey, so I haven't really got a lot else to say about this, because it was just an hour and a half of absolute batshit escapism, and like I say, the sounds, well, not just the sound score, but the minions themselves, the whole the giggling and the bouncing up and down, banana and all that shit. It's just, oh God, it's just like nothing before. Alison Janney, I adore Alison Janney. She's dripping with sarcasm. I think off screen as well as on screen. She narrates the movie. She's excellent. I think you've got was it Jeff Bridges? You've got as part of the cast as well. It's just well done, and cast. The batshit action, but also the scene transitions. It's just perfect. It just goes full steam ahead and throws as much just absurdity in your face as it can. It's great stuff. So yeah, as I said, the guy next to me, he was just it was, I could gauge that, and that's the thing. In a movie like this, you can sense how other people are absorbing it. Like, the parents, they're just like, oh, fucking hell, got to deal with fucking accounts tomorrow, and I got to chase up that paperwork and stuff like that. They're sort of phasing out, probably thinking about returning to work the next day. But, this thing that, their kids are like jumping up and down and giggling at, the parents are just letting it just twat them in the face. And, it was, it's an absolute juicy bucket of escapism. And that's it, really. The story... Oh, yeah, I didn't really mention the story, did I? But it's basically the Minions. They want to make a movie. They befriend a film director who pulls them into Hollywood, 1920s Hollywood, for some reason. I don't know if how do they time travel? Do they have some sort of weird special machine or something? But yeah... they land in Hollywood, and it's all about making movies. That's it. It's so ridiculous and hysterical that there's no point in me even elaborating on story. So yeah, give this a go. Yeah, it's batshit crazy. No doubt, I'll see it. I'll see it on telly in a few months' time and think it's the worst pile of shit I've ever seen. But but for now, for a scorcher Sunday afternoon where I would do anything than hit the gym. I'm usually in the gym, like doing an hour's sprinting on the treadmill on a Sunday. No fucking way. Yeah, not in this weather. For now, yeah, it was brilliant. Spot on.